According to the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau, there are 3,889 victims of so-called romance fraud last year who handed over a record £39 million. These people that use you, they will use religion. They will say, oh, I'm doing it, for the sake of Allah. I want to come to you, I can teach you about Islam. They'll say normal things that good people would say, but they don't mean it, okay? And they will charm you, they will send you gifts, they will invite you to go to their country and get married to them. A lot of the time, they pick on people that are younger, or I've heard of cases where they pick on women, and obviously women go using men as well, but I'm just talking about what I've heard, picking on women that are older because they think they're more financially secure. Guys, this video is about basically I just want people to just basically this is not saying don't marry someone that doesn't have a British or a citizenship. It's basically saying be careful, because if you choose someone that is not honest, that has got different motives, they could destroy your life. Basically, this is all it's saying, is basically just think, think logically about before getting married. I hope you enjoy this video. So, what is immigration marriage fraud? Well, immigration marriage fraud is defined as an act of marrying an individual with the sole purpose of immigrating or obtaining permanent status in his or her country or residence and lying about the true purpose of the marriage, i.e., pretending to be in love with him or her, happening so many times. Immigration marriage fraud is very different to a sham marriage where both parties are aware of it. It's a sham. A sham marriage is a criminal offence still, though. Look, our marriages are currently placed in the same category, but the government, UKBA, and police won't take any action even if evidence of fraud is protected. Bloody hell, that's not good. You are very high risk of marriage fraud if you marry someone who is on a student visa, an illegal immigrant or asylum seeker, or somebody who is already in the UK on a spouse visa and hasn't got indefinite leave or remain or UK passport. Meeting online with a rapid development of a romance, yeah. Beware strangers contacting you online via Facebook, Skype, well, all them things. These sites are full of scammers looking for money and permanent resident in the UK. Complaints about being poor, asking for money or help, using emotional blackmail and manipulation. Rapid romance, inappropriate haste, or marrying when you have spent little or no time together. No real shared interest. You express on interest is something and they parrot it back. Rapid development of a sexual relationship when you first meet in person. Early and undue interest in your financial standing. Large age gap, obviously not all the time, all these things, but it's just what people are saying. Even if you are similar age, they may deliberately have children with you to aid their claim to permanent residency in the UK. Yes, I know many people gone through that. They may also use Article 8, a right to family life of the Human Rights Act against you. Would this person want to marry me? And this is what you need to ask yourself. Would this person want to marry me if they were already a citizen of my country? That is what you've got to ask yourself. Very short time dating before marriage. Relatives and friends don't know you. That's another thing. If they don't show you their family, they're keeping you a secret. And even if the friends and family do know, be aware they can also be on the scam. Sometimes they even go as far as the sister you introduced to is really the wife of your fiance. Oh my god, I can't say that word. Finance. Oh my god, I can't say it. I know what the word is and I can't say it. Quickly turning to the desire to come to your country. Lots of questions about how to get a visa. Sometimes they can be more cunning and say they don't want to come to your country, but in fact they do. Bloody hell. Look, they buy you cheap gifts and expect expensive gifts in return. They will often use intimidation to get money from you and threats and ask you to put their debit in your name. If you're already married, they will pressure you to buy land or property in your country or overseas so they can make a claim when they divorce you. Your spouse is trying to gain control of your finances and your assets, but surprisingly has a separate bank account. Your spouse wants access to your assets, but does not want the responsibility for your liabilities. They constantly talk about applying for the ILR visa or UK passport. Unexplained anger and fights as soon as they get ILR or UK passport. Secretive behaviour, you sense they are hiding something from you, often hiding bank statements. Unexplained anger if you touch their phone. Secretive about everything they do on the computer, sometimes even deleting history files if you are suspicious. There's so many of them, like sudden change in behaviour. I said there are some people that generally do fall in love, that they are good people and they would like to come to that country, but that at the same time they actually love that person and they want to commit and they're good people. This video is not against people that are good, okay? You know, I'm talking about the people that are using people and destroying people's lives. And obviously this is not just happening with some Muslims doing it, it's happening all over the world, but I just wanted to mention it because I'm a revert to Islam and I've heard stories and stuff like that from many other people, experienced stuff as well, where people get used for the green card, for the citizenship. So like I found this article on BBC, the fraudsters marrying for UK visas. I found out not only is my husband already married, but the 3 adopted children I thought were mine were not, says Kim, founder of Immigration Marriage Fraud UK. Kim married her husband and he bought a house to prepare for taking in his children before discovering he was a bigamist who was using her to obtain the UK citizenship. He left Kim as soon as he was granted an indefinite leave to remain after 6 years of marriage. Campaigners from the Immigration Marriage Fraud UK claim hundreds of people are being conned into marriage by foreign fraudsters looking for the right to remain UK. As I said, this is not just happening with what I'm going to talk about now, but I just wanted to mention it because I think a lot of people, like when they become Muslim, you know, everyone's telling them, oh, you need to go and get married. I don't really think, you know, you need to learn. Basically, you can't just go and get married straight away because you might, you know, you need to make sure that's the right person. And all countries think, oh, you know, well, he speaks Arabic or whatever, or, you know, he's born Muslim, he knows more about Islam, blah, 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 he can teach me. And, you know, they go online and they find someone from another country and, you know, they basically said, oh, they're falling in love, or this person looks really religious. But he needs to come here, you know, be together, he's got to come to my country. And all I'm going to say is because only God knows what's going on. I don't know what's everyone's heart, but I'm just saying because I feel like a lot of people, and it's not just happening that men are doing it, women are doing it as well, and make that clear, very clear. I've heard stories from Muslim men where they're telling me that Muslim women are coming over here to the men here that already have the citizenship, and they're pretending, you know, like, oh, you know, they're doing it for Islam and stuff, but really, they just want to come to the country and that's it. So, yeah, like, I really don't recommend people rushing in and just finding someone online from overboard, just in case. And I said this, like I've already said it again, I'm going to say it again. Only God knows what's going on in their heart. I have no idea. But a lot of people, a hell of a lot of people, and it's not just Muslim people, but as I said, I'm just making this video about Muslims because I'm a Muslim, are being used for the citizenship. And these people that use you, they will use religion. They will say, oh, I'm doing it, you know, for the sake of Allah, I want to come to you, you know, I can teach you about Islam. They'll say normal things that good people would say, but they don't mean it, okay? And they will charm you, they will send you gifts, they will invite you to go to their country and get married to them. A lot of the time, they pick on people that are younger, or I've heard of cases where they pick on people, women, and obviously women go using men as well, but I'm just talking about what I've heard, picking on women that are older because they think they're more financially secure. And, you know, this woman is really like, oh my God, I can't believe this really good looking guy who's like 10, 20 years younger than me is, you know, he's falling in love with me. And, you know, they just can't believe it and they fall for it. They're also picking on people that are disabled, that, you know, they have problems. It's very sad, vulnerable people in very bad situations, people that are lonely. They can see that and they target you. And yeah, you know, and they'll say stuff like, oh, well, you know, if you love me, then you'd pay for me to come to your country. And yeah, they'll get really impatient. And basically, you know, they'll convince you that they love you. They'll convince you they're very religious. And yeah, they just want to use you to come to your country. And I think, you know, it needs to be, more people need to speak out about this. And as obviously for everybody that's doing this, you know, they should be bloody shamed, because it's disgusting, you know, just using someone to go to live to that country is disgusting. Forget about religion for the moment, just as a human being, that is so wrong, like, for God's sake. I mean, and as I said, there are some people that generally do fall in love, that they are good people and they would like to come to that country, but that at the same time they actually love that person and they want to commit and they're good people. This video is not against people that are good, and they do come over here. A lot of these people are already married, and once they get that citizenship or whatever, they leave, and then they will bring their wife over here. And yeah, the woman, this is the disgusting part, is willing to prostitute out her husband, you know, and to get into the country. Oh yeah, Judith, 68, a university professor living in Hampshire, fell victim to a fraudster when she tried online dating in 2015 using the website Parship. She matched with a man called himself John Porter from London, who said he was an interior designer. He said he too was a Christian, and his profile emphasized honesty and trust. But he contacted her from what he said was from a business trip in South Africa, claiming he had lost his passport and saying he would lose a contract as a result. The emails started getting a bit frantic and the phone calls. I'm really worried I'll lose a contract and this is going to be awful because he's very vulnerable, she said. And I immediately, because I was so believing in him, said, don't worry, John, I can loan you some money. There was a total eventually of £54,000 for a particular part. See? It's just, you know, it's just disgusting. So yeah, I mean, if you want to be safe, at least, you know, if you're going to be with someone, marry someone, at least you don't have to wait. At least if you marry someone that's got that citizenship, you know, even if you have to wait for them to get that citizenship, at least you don't have to worry, like, if it didn't work out or whatever happened, you don't have to sit there thinking, or when you're laying in bed with them, oh, you know, do they really love me or did they just use me to come to the country? You know, thanks for watching my video.